So before I get into debugging, I want to at least lay out some of the problems we've been having lately. This is the encounter menu as it stands right now. It's very basic. It doesn't look all that appealing, and so one of the things I wanted to do was convert this to a Bootstrap-based nav bar. And I did that, and we pushed it to master, and it was all was well. And then a user reported an error. I didn't realize you can actually add several top-level menu items, and he had so many that it was wrapping to the second line, and that was causing it just didn't look good. It was causing more problems than we had anticipated. So I kind of scrambled and ended up redoing the menu system to make it look like this. So still utilizing this top menu for a couple of things, the deleting counter, the name and stuff. And then we've got this nice drop down vertical menu. And that worked well because then obviously it doesn't matter how many top levels items you've got, it works. And I think it's more functional than the horizontal one. I should have done this from the start. Unfortunately, this introduced more bugs into the system. It didn't have a right to left option, which is an easy fix, but it was also, we were seeing problems with a lot of the forms downstream getting messed up when we include the Bootstrap file, and that's mostly because we need to convert the form to Bootstrap compatible as we go, instead of just saying all of these forms you must have Bootstrap. A lot of the forms are table based. It caused a lot of the problems, and we ended up reverting back to the original menu until we can work out some of these bugs. I think maybe this one. You can see, well, for one, it doesn't even have the sidebar menu, and we think we know why. But that was a bad form. That looked okay. It looked as it should, not necessarily okay. Let me see. See if the care plan. I mean, that looks, I mean, not good, but that one actually looks as expected. So the two examples I picked actually looked okay, but many of the forms were breaking because of the Bootstrap. So what we're going to try to do is figure out how do we take this main page? How are we going to put get the sidebar working, because it's a good feature, something we want, but separate out that rendering from the main form area so that we can load up forms, have it look like the old style, but we still get these new menu items. And I have an idea of how to do that. It took me down. I was working with Brady the other day, and we spent some time looking at how to best go about this. And what we found was, where is it? Patient file, encounter forms. So what we think is happening, this is the forms page that's loading. This is the main page, the main encounter screen page, and what we've noticed is that this load underscore form is essentially acting as a controller to load up a particular form. But there's also this new form file that, as far as we can tell, really just brings in the top menu. And this is what apparently was breaking a lot of the problems, because we've got Bootstrap on this for the horizontal menu. And so what I want to do is first see if I can, let me first do this. Bring this out of the window. Let me see if I can get an actual form that I know is breaking. I'm just trying to find a form that is definitely breaking. So I think there's probably a couple of ways we can do this. We can take the forms page and convert this whole main window. We'll just load this dynamically, say maybe quickly to get this out through just an Ajax call and jQuery, and eventually convert all of this to like a knockout JS type deal, because we were using that in other parts of the program. The other option I was looking at is moving this menu out of the new forms, because it looks, if you come into the controller, load form, it's calling the new form page, it's requiring it or including it. So maybe if we can not include that. I wonder if I can just start. I wonder if I just, I'll do that, do that. And I set up a watcher inside a PHP storm to run OpenEMR, my little bash script. To run this bash script that Brady wrote a few years ago, and it basically rsyncs my stuff to my web server. And I set up a little watcher, so hopefully every time I save a file now it just runs it. That way I don't have to keep coming into terminal and running it. Alright, so let's see. Let's go to fee sheet. That's good, because I don't want the top, so that's good. I can make the top menu disappear by not including that. And then I just need to, I guess I could just, because what we also noticed is on the old forms.php file, I'll find it, it's actually requiring this new form as well. So if the form, if this new form is really only the menu, there's no reason I can't pull this into this forms file. But then what is so special in this code that requires it to be broken out? And I don't think there's anything. So maybe I can just, alright, controller's fine. I like to fix up the controller eventually, but that's for another time. Let me, that's the menu. So this is the main body right here. I just real quick want to see what happens if we do content. Alright, and then this is a little function I wrote very quickly. There's probably a better solution out there to convert. This is, let me come back to the menu. This is a stacked nav in Bootstrap, and I'm using a Bootstrap sidebar plugin that gives it that full length. If you can slide just that, and then that little script I wrote just kind of handles the submenu. But I wonder if, okay, li click. So I wonder if I do. Oh, that is not what I want to do. I think this is running sidetrack. This watcher, I think, is running every time the file changes. Scope. I don't even really know if this is how I should be doing it. But for right now, I'm going to cancel that because I don't want that to happen. I need to learn more about the file watchers. Fee sheet. Okay. So I'm just chatting with Brady to see if I can actually get a couple of screenshots of the differences on the forms. He was saying the fee sheet definitely looks different. So let me go to clinical fee sheet. Like, I don't even know what this is supposed to look like. This is... Okay. I'm going to check out master just so I can get an idea of what this is supposed to look like. Administrative fee sheet. See, the fee sheet looks the same. Camos. Okay, so I see what he's saying, because this definitely looks a little different than before. So let me just screenshot that and then check out. Do that. And then if I reload this and go back to the fee sheet, this is now on the encounter menu. No, it was Camos. And you notice there's no way to actually get back to the encounter without, well, I guess I could just click open encounter. It would be nice to have that menu on every form, but not let that impact the form itself. And that's what we're coming into the problem. Camos. So you can see, like, it definitely looks a little different. So this is... Okay, do that. So I get it. Like, there's definitely some issues with this. So enough... Alright, let me get back to... Because I just rechecked out that branch. And then and I'll figure out if there's a better way to do this jQuery stuff later. For right now, I'm trying to get this proof of concept just to see if it's even something we can consider. Come here. What is... guess I could probably do this. So let me capture it. My computer lags a little bit when I'm recording, which equals more typos. Okay. So what I want to do is just a simple I need to make sure that selector's right. Oh, I was right. Look at that. I like it when things make sense in my head. Okay, so now theoretically this should just straight up load this form into this content window. I'm not particularly hopeful. That's what I thought. Oh. Yep, sounds about right. Is the network even getting done? Clear that. Let me look. Camos. Reload. XHR. Oh, it reloaded everything. I guess I could probably do this. Nope, I want to do that. Further development of content load. Is this right? Wait, it is load, okay. Is all of the, I bet all this is under, yep. Okay, so I need to move this stuff. Wait, what? I gotta rewrite this stuff later too. Take out that breakpoint. I don't think it really matters if we have two more than one document.ready functions, but it's just bad practice. Alright, I need to collapse a lot of this stuff. Here's that. Let me do that. I don't know why it wasn't loading at all. I just have to make sure the right bootstrap is there. forgot to add the ID. Jeez.
How long has this also been out?
5:45.
Oh, it's just tonight.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. It doesn't have been posted on.
No. Ugh, my system really drags when I'm recording this. That's good. That's interesting. So I think what I want to do is just for another proof of concept, come up to here. Just to be safe for a minute, I'll move that out. Gotta pull that alert box. Let me go back to the camos. Oops. That didn't really work. So I wonder, let me come back to so it's weird. just let me include that. I think I know what this is going to do. Oh my gosh. Well, that's not good. I guess a temporary fix could do this. What am I doing? Oh my gosh. There we go. And then I need to include some stuff because I gotta get the encounter. It's a good start. Router. I bet there's a problem. Get provider ID of. I bet I have to include. Well, when in doubt, put them all in. eSign API. That part I know. Obviously, none of this will actually make it into the code base. I would abstract this styling away, but I need to make sure this is actually working first. So basically, what I just did is split out the. Basically, just converted this part to a frame, which will definitely break out the content away from Bootstrap, but then define attendant ID. Okay, so what I need to do is come up here. I just need to copy this stuff right here. Come to the list. Oh my gosh. should fix most of these issues on this page, but it doesn't, of course. Get registry entry by directory. It's in the registry.inc. Registry from a directory. Get registry by inc. Okay, there's forms. It's in the libraries. It's source there. Okay. Alright, well, that's it's good enough for right now. I can bring in the styling. What I want to see now is fee sheet. Okay. Come back to here and actually we'll see. I don't know about that. just because it did it wrong. Okay. Alright, looks like we're making progress. This expand all, collapse all, delete. This is the menu. This has got to go. Fee sheet. Okay. So we're making progress. Let me pull. So that seems to be working. Care plan. Yeah. Where's the long form? What happened even if I do the eye exam? Yeah, I don't know. I have no idea how to do any of this stuff. Alright. Then if I come back and I click this page, it should show up as a form. Good. Okay. So that works. I need to come into the list. Okay, so that seems to work. It's not elegant. It's not a great solution, but I mean, it is what it is, so. Okay. Well, I just need to bring in these, these aren't gonna work, okay. Alright, let me figure out why. So, what did I do here? That's fine. Alright, this should solve this problem. Yep. Awesome. Okay. It is not a pretty solution at all. But I can live with it. I can live with it for now to get this menu in. Alright, I'm going to commit this. Okay. so now I just need to come in and I can live there. Okay. Close out that. Close that. Close out that. Alright, close that. So it's really just here that I need to style. I need to style this. So I'm just going to break this into its own little style sheet for now. See how it tests. Go from there. I actually wonder, what if I just set that to auto? I wonder. Yeah, no, that didn't work. Okay. Okay, so that's the solution. I'm not happy with it, but I can live with it until we have a chance to update the forums. That's a little bit of debugging the encounter menu.